When we think of cardio, we often think of long runs or bike rides. And if that's your thing, great. But there are many other forms of cardio. I've always been a big fan of high intensity work, and in a big study, 73,000 adults aged 40 to 79 wore an accelerometer continuously for 7 days and were then followed for 8 years. They then looked at how each person's activity level was related to their overall health. Now, it should come as no surprise that physical activity was correlated with health benefits. We all know that exercise is healthy for us, but the interesting thing to me is that the study found that, depending on the health outcome, 1 minute of vigorous exercise could have a similar impact to around 4 to 9 minutes of moderate exercise. In other words, when it comes to health outcomes, vigorous exercise is often 4 to 9 times more effective. The comparison with light activity was even crazier. Hours of that were needed to compare to just 1 minute of vigorous exercise. How to interpret this study? The message here isn't that light exercise is useless. It isn't. I like walking daily, and that brings many health benefits with it as well. Zone 2 cardio, running, cycling, swimming, rocking, that's great for you as well. And obviously for losing weight, for burning calories, 1 minute of high intensity work obviously doesn't burn nearly as much calories as an hour of walking. But the big takeaway is that on a minute for minute basis, vigorous exercise is by far the best. So if you don't have or don't want to spend a lot of time on your conditioning, then it's best to focus on high intensity work. What to do? Spend a few minutes a day or at least several times a week on vigorous activity. Now, what is that? The easiest way to define it is the talk test. Vigorous activity means you can only say a few words before needing to catch your breath. So, what may be vigorous activity for one person might only be moderate for others. For one person, maybe doing a set of bodyweight squats leaves them completely breathless, while others might need some jump rope sprints or heavy bag work. Other great options are burpees, kettlebell swings, doing sprints or interval work when running. The possibilities are endless. The goal here is to find something you enjoy. Well, enjoy is perhaps not the right word for high intensity conditioning, but find an activity that you normally like and then push the intensity on there. You can do Tabata intervals, you can structure intervals such as the Norwegian 4x4 in your training week, or you can do a set of bodyweight squats or jump squats during your training, and perhaps sprint up the stairs at work instead of taking the elevator. Adding a few of those unplanned bursts of activity to your day gives you the health benefits from exercise as well. There's even a scientific name for this, VILPA. Vigorous intermittent lifestyle physical activity. In conclusion, add some high intensity training to your days or your week. What this looks like varies from person to person. Find something that works for you and that you can stick to. Conditioning shouldn't be something you neglect. It's one of the 3 things that I think everyone needs, and you can watch this video to find out more.